Hello everybody, thank you for watching this video. Today I will tell you something about our product, about the Datapolis Process System, how can you use it, and I will show you some examples and some features about the product. I believe this will be helpful for you, and you will be able to see how quick and easy you can create some processes that can be useful for your organization. Let's start the presentation. Our product contains three main modules. The first one is the workflow designer. This is the place where you can design the process. The designer contains two layers, the business layer and the technical layer. I will show you all these features later on during the presentation. The second element of our product is are the applications. The applications are the workflows that you can use in other workflows. So this also can make your work easier. And the third element of our product is the central administration. This is the place where you can monitor all the activities that are currently ongoing on your server, and you can track all the settings, and you can just see if everything's working fine. Right now I will tell you something more about our applications, and then I will go to the designer and I will show you how to create the workflow itself. So the applications is our new feature in the product. We believe that this is very useful, and this will help you in the process designing. So the applications are the single point which can provide some services for other workflows. Mainly this is the application is the workflow that is packed, and this workflow can take some parameters and return some values that can be useful for you, although it can perform just some activities without any input or output data. Applications can help you to clear the top level diagram of your process. So this is the place where you can design some sub-process, and you can add this to the main process, so the main process diagram is clear and doesn't contain the sub-processes itself. Also, this helps you to manage your team, because you can split the work for different applications to the different people, different teams. Each team can work with other application and change the definitions and settings and so on and so on. As I mentioned before, once the change is prepared, it takes place immediately after deployment in all processes that use the application. So this is a kind of an object programming thing. This can help you with understanding the idea of the application. Single point which provides the service for other workflows. Also, the applications can be triggered simultaneously in one step of the process. So after you're entering the step, it triggers the different applications, and the different applications can perform different operations for you in the step. So these are activities that will be performed after the item enters the selected step of the process, and also some activities can be made when you want to navigate through the different steps of the process. I will show you this later on when I will be presenting the designer. So this is the main diagram about the idea of the applications. Right here we can see the main process diagram. So there are some actions here. Then we are entering the step marketing research, and we would like to outsource some activities to the application. Then the application gathers some data for us, do some activities, and the application is returning the data to the main process, and then main process can use the data that was gathered by the application, and it can proceed with some actions. Okay, so let's go to the designer, and I will show you how to create some processes in the designer. So for the presentation purposes, I've prepared a simple list which contains 2 columns, the title and the comments. I think this will be enough for our needs right now. So when you want to enter the designer, the icon is here in the ribbon. So this also is very useful because you don't need to go to another application. It's all right here in the SharePoint, so you can easily access it and quickly use it. I will create a new workflow from scratch. To do this, I'm just entering this menu, and I can put some name here. Also, there is a place for description, which can make easy for you to recognize what the workflow is about. And also a very nice thing right here, you can create a solution for your workflow. So basically the solution is a kind of a container which can store different workflows, and you can just put some workflows to the solution, and the solution will contain some definitions. So for example, this can be HR workflows, or IT workflows, or financial workflows. So you can divide the definitions as you want. Also, if you are creating a new solution, you can select the icon for the solution, which will be visible later on. So this is very useful if you would like to organize the workflows in your organization. Right now I will use the default solution just for the presentation purposes. Okay, so right now we will be redirected to the designer. Okay, and this is the designer itself. We can change some settings, for example, and alright, I will select the background as navy blue. We can see the start of the process and end of the process here, and right now we can easily put some states of the process here. As I mentioned before, all the activities are just drag and drop, just to be user-friendly and easy to use. We can connect the states of the process in many different ways. Mainly it's about to create some process path that will be useful for us. So I will put some names here. This will be a new item. Okay. This will be waiting for approval state. Okay. And the actions also can have names. User can see the names of the actions, so we can put some nice names here. So okay, right here we can put the accept, and also we can put reject. Okay. Since the Datapolis is using the state machine workflow, we can easily navigate through the steps of the process, so we can even go again to the first state. So for example, instead of accepting or rejecting, we can send the item for additional review. Okay. Also, when we would like to have the review of the item, we can easily create communication with the user. So these are our quick forms, and you can very easily create a simple form. In this case, I will just require a comment from the user. So it will be very simple. However, I would like to show you how easily and how quickly you can create some communications with the user. Also, if you would like to use the info path form, there is the possibility, and if you would like to use some third-party designer like for example Visual Studio or some other designers to create the forms, you can create the ASPX form, and you can connect it here, so the forms can be more complex and can do some additional things for you. Right here we are just giving you the tool to create different fields on the form, and of course the fields can contain some data to provide to your process, or and so on and so on. So you can very easily create the forms here. Alright, so we have the form already, and we can right now put the data from the form to the item just to have some informations. As you can see, in our product there is a wide range of many different actions here. All the actions are available by a drag and drop, so this doesn't require any technical knowledge. It's very easy. You're just entering this, and you can easily create some actions that will be helpful in your process. So right now I will put the comment from the user, from the form to the item, and the item will be updated. We will have some communication from the user. Also, I just need to mention that if you, for example, like to gather data from external systems, it's also very easy, because you can communicate with different systems using our functions. We can we have the data source functions, so you can query the SQL server or the Active Directory or the web services. So this gives you the opportunity to communicate with external systems. Also, you can perform other activities using our different functions here. So as you can see, this gives you many opportunities to create a very complex process here. Okay, so we have the data from the user in the item. However, we can also create some automation in the process, because all these actions have to be triggered manually by the user right now. But for example, in our process we want to do some automation. So for this reason we can use this tool, which will help us to make some decisions automatically. We just need to set some conditions, and using this tool the conditions will be checked, and if the conditions are met, the decision will be made automatically. So I will name this action manual, and the second action will be automatic. And also very easy condition, very simple one, will be that if in the title of our item there is an automatic word, so the title contains automatic, the item will be processed automatically and it will be finished. In other case, we will have to put the item through the manual processing. Also, if you would like to track how does the item finished, how does the workflow finished processing the item, we can put different names here. So we will be able to recognize which action finished the item processing. So this one will be accepted. The second one will be rejected. And if it was processed automatically, it will be just finished. We will be able to recognize each action which finished our item. Alright, so we have a very simple workflow. I can switch off the forms here because we won't need them here, and I will left this actions without any other changes, and I will show you later on how does the actions will work. Also, what I need to mention right now, we can create some roles in our process. So for example, we can create the approver role, and we can use the approver role, for example, in this state. And this is useful because we can set, for example, the field permissions for the approver, and we can select which fields the approver will be able to edit or to display. So you can easily split the responsibilities in your process to the different groups, because we can easily add users to the approver group or to the different groups. The standard groups that are created automatically when we are creating our process are all users and the author. These are the groups that are automatically created, and we can use it easily in our process. All right, so right now I will deploy the process. Okay. And after the process is deployed, we can immediately start using it in our list. Alright, so it was deployed successfully. So let's go to the list and let's create some items here. So I will create a new item. Okay. And another one. And another one. And this will contain the automatic word. Okay. So right now you can see that there are some additional columns on the list. So the first column is about the state of the workflow. If the workflow is running or it's finished, this is the information what is going on with the workflow currently. The second column is about the state that we are currently in our process. So as you can see, this is the new item state, and if we will take a look in our diagram, we can see that this is the new item state. So the item was recognized as a manual processing path, and it's in the new item state. When I will refresh, the third one should be finished, and that's right, and the third item was finished. We can see that the workflow status is completed because it contains the automatic word. The condition was recognized and the item was pushed through this path of the workflow. So let's process the first item. As you can see, this is the user interface, so it also is very easy to adapt for users because this is mainly the SharePoint interface. So there is no new thing to learn for the users. They can just start using it immediately. As you can see, we have the information about the new state that we currently entered after that action, and right now we can navigate through the actions here and we can select the way we want to proceed with the item. So maybe let's accept the item, and right now we have the additional confirmation available here, so we can confirm that we want to finish and accept the item. Again, as you can see, we have a different notification about what action finished this item processing. So we can easily filter the items which was accepted and which was rejected, and for example which was processed automatically. So let's proceed with the second one. Right now we are proceeding the third. So again, the state was changed, the name of the state was changed, and right now we can use the advantages of the state machine workflow, and we can, for example, put the item for the review. So this is the form I've created, very easy form. You can put many different fields here and gather many different informations. Also you can use the fields to display some informations. However, just for our needs right now, I will put a sample comment. Alright, and after I am confirming the form, the sample comment was added to our item. As you can see, again, we have the information that the item is the new item state. So right now we went this path, waiting for approval state, review. Right now in this place we put the comment, and the item is again in the new item state. So we can process the item here and again send for approval. For example, we just added some additional informations to the item, and right now we can decide what to do with the item. So just for the presentation purposes I will reject it, and we will be able to see the different names for ending actions. Also in every state of the workflow you can enter the link here, and you can easily see the full history of the item processing, what was going on with the item, how much time the item was in each state, and so on and so on. Also the information that was added to the item or any activities that was performed on the item. For example, if you would like to turn this process, because you will find it useful in other different processes, you can turn it into the application. You can easily do it just by selecting this icon and selecting this option. There are different options to configure here. You can put a custom name, description. You can make it private just to be visible for the selected workflows, and you can set the input and output parameters. So if you would like to perform some calculations or some data gathering or some other activities that you would like to have the results of, you can set all these options here. If you want to use some applications, as you can see right here, you can select the application, and easily you can put the application in some state of your process. Immediately you can see that you are using the application in this state, because there is an icon of the application here, and of course you can enter the state and put all the settings of the application here. So easily you can reuse the process in different processes, in other processes. So this gives you many different options to create the very complex processes. As I mentioned before, the definition of the application is stored in other place. Right here you can see only the small icon, and you can focus on the main diagram of your process. Alright, so I think these are the most important informations about our designer and about the applications. Of course, these are very simple examples. If you would like to see some more complex processes, please just contact us, and we can show you something more complex or more specific for your needs. Also, I will just show you our central administration, which is a part of our system also. So you can see all the useful informations here in the central administration about licensing of your product, about the workflows that you are currently running. As you probably know, creating many different workflows in the SharePoint can easily provide some disorder on the server because many workflows are hard to track. So using this option, you can easily see all the workflows that you are currently have on the server. So you can easily monitor them and see what's going on with them. Also, you can easily manage the permissions, who can create the workflows, and who can edit them, and this gives you additional opportunities to control all the settings here. You can configure the logging, what would you like to log, and on which level. And also you can manage the solutions, the containers for the workflows. And in case of any performance problems, you can turn the performance monitoring on, and you can create the reports of performance monitoring here. So for example, the average times. So easily we can select the options, and I will just change the date, maybe here. Alright, and you can see the reports about the times here. So as you can see, the central administration of Datapolis Process System helps you to control all the things that are going on your server, and it helps you to manage all these solutions in the easy way. So I think these are the most important informations right now. I've shown you how does the product work, what kind of possibilities the product gives you. So if you would like to ask some additional questions, if you would like to see some additional process created in our product, please contact us. You can also download the trial version from our site to try the product by yourself, or also you can create a test site and you can test the product on our environment. So thank you very much for watching this video, and have a nice day. Thank you very much.